Going to the doctor's office, it can be really scary for children, especially if they're afraid of needles and they need those back-to-school vaccinations. So I talked to Dr. Mary Mason for some tips on how to help your children overcome their fear of the doctor. Dr. Mason, I'm sure a lot of parents can relate with what you're talking about today. Children having that hesitancy of not wanting to go to the doctor, maybe they're afraid. How do you prepare them for their doctor's appointments?
Well, as a physician, but also as a mother of three, I think it is so important to empower kids with knowledge. And don't be afraid to tell them if they're going to the doctor, here's what's going to happen. You may need some shots for school. And if that is actually what you want to do, and even when they're young, I think it's very important to make sure that they are empowered with the knowledge of not only what's going to happen, but what's the science behind it? How does that vaccine work? Why are you doing this? And why is the doctor asking you to do this? I think those are very important messages to teach our children because it makes them accountable patients.
Is that some of the best way to relieve maybe their anxiety around going to the doctor, like talking them through it?
And we actually find in our classes at Little Medical School, we use the power of role play. So for example, we use patients that are stuffed animals. And this is a little stuffed baby here. And what we do is we have the kids learn how to examine the baby, learn how to do different procedures. If they have to get their shots, we may also role play that with the children. So if the kid is very scared, have them bring one of their stuffed animals with them. So the nurse or the physician can show them what's going to happen. And that can be very helpful for a child. We also have children who, we get white coats, but we also use real medical instruments in our after-school programs and summer camps. So for example, this is one of our stethoscopes. These are also in our educational kits, a real stethoscope. So we can teach the kids how to use this, how to listen to their heart, their lungs, their stomach sounds. So then when they go into the doctor, often they will bring it with them and they say, hey, I have one of those too. So when they're listening to their heart, they feel like they're part of it and they know what's going on. And that is a really good strategy to use with children, especially those who are scared.
Yeah, I imagine like incorporating that into their playtime, right, would be a good way to maybe help them like, oh, okay, I'm just going to do what I do at home.
That's right. And that's what our educational kits are all about. And it's really having these activities that are, what real healthcare professionals do. So we're really trying to teach them about veterinarian medicine and wilderness medicine and sports medicine and pediatrics, but we're also showing them how to be an accountable patient because if you're going to be a student of Little Medical School, you have to be a role model yourself and you have to take care of yourself and eat right, exercise, and go to the doctor.
What are some of the changes that you've seen in children after they've gone to your school or they're a little bit more comfortable? Do they walk into the doctor's office? Is it like no fear anymore?
I think we hear that a lot, but what I think it also does is open their eyes to all the different opportunities in healthcare. Because even if you go into a doctor's office, there's so many different people working in that office. There's nurses, there may be a dietitian, there is maybe a physical therapist or a phlebotomist who draws blood. So you can use that opportunity to point out to your child, look at all the different people working on this healthcare team. Because I think what has happened over the years, when people think of STEM, the science, technology, engineering, and math, they think about robotics and engineering and coding. And a lot of kids don't like that or they don't find that interesting. So they think they're bad at science, but they may be a great dietitian or a great surgeon. And so if you can show them that that's science too, that's really a great opportunity for you as a parent to help show your child future career options.
And hopefully less tears. To learn more about the Little Medical School and those at-home kits to help your children, go to littlemedicalschool.com. Coming up, are you planning a party soon?